Hello everyone, this is Suyesh here. So in this video we are going to discuss in the section of our popliteal fossa. Okay, so this is the another structure in the section of our lower limb muscles topography. So this popliteal fossa is actually related to your femoral triangle, also related to adductus canal also, because the nerves and vessels which are passing from the region of your thigh to the lower limb, so these are actually passing through this fossa. So before watching this popliteal fossa video, you must watch the video of femoral triangle and the adductus canal video. Okay, I have made the videos on those topic also. So before watching this video, watch those videos. It will be easy for your understanding in the section of popliteal fossa. So this popliteal fossa is actually a diamond shaped structure which is present in the posterior aspect of your knee joint. Okay, so the knee joint posterior part, you can see a depression, a diamond shaped depression. So it's actually diamond shape. I'm writing it here, diamond shape present in posterior aspect of knee joint. Okay, so this is a simple definition for this popliteal fossa. Okay, so we will be discussing the contents in this video and the contents and the boundaries of this popliteal fossa and how it is related with the adductus canal also, because it is just a continuation. You know that adductor hiatus is just a pathway for your femoral artery and vein. Okay, so femoral artery just continues as popliteal artery. Okay, so this popliteal artery is actually going in the popliteal fossa, so it is related to your adductus canal. So must watch that video before proceeding to popliteal fossa. Okay, so let's begin with the topography. Okay, so this is actually your posterior aspect of your knee joint. Okay, so this one is your femur, this is tibia, and this is fibula. You can understand by this diagram. Okay, so I will be telling the topography. First of all, boundary. Okay, by what muscles this popliteal fossa is formed. So this side is your medial side, and this side is your lateral side, and this is a posterior view of your knee joint. Okay, so posterior view, because it is present in the posterior side. Okay, so in the medial side, you know that there are two muscles, okay, semimembranous and semitendinous, which are forming the superior medial boundary. So first boundary will be formed by the superior semimembranous muscle. Okay, and one more muscle will be there, that will be your semitendinous. So there will be two muscles which will be forming the superior medial boundary. So first muscle will be semimembranous and semitendinous. Okay, so these two muscles will be forming the superior medial boundary. Okay, superior medial boundary. So first boundary is formed by these two muscles, and tendon of this semimembranous, you can see it will be attaching here. Okay, so here you can see the tendon of semitendinous muscle. Okay, so there will be two muscles here, and some more muscles you can also see here as a supplementing muscle, gracilis, sartorius. Okay, so these muscles are also supplementing in the formation of superior medial boundary. Okay, and as same superior lateral boundary. So this is lateral side, so it will be forming by biceps. It will be forming by biceps femoris muscle. Okay, so biceps femoris muscle will be forming the superior lateral boundary. So this muscle is biceps femoris. Okay, so it will be forming superior lateral. Sorry, this is lateral side, so superior lateral boundary. So this much is done: superior portion, superior medial, superior lateral. Okay, by these three muscles. Now we'll be moving to the inferior part. So inferior boundaries. So inferior will be same like this: inferior lateral, inferior medial, inferior lateral. Okay, so in the section of inferior lateral, inferior medial, there will be you know that gastrocnemius has two heads. So like this, I'll be dividing these two heads, and this the medial head will be forming the inferior medial boundary, and lateral head will be forming the lateral boundary, inferior lateral boundary. Okay, so two heads. So I'll be writing it here. So first one is your medial head of gastrocnemius muscle. So it will be forming inferior medial boundary, inferior medial, and like same lateral head of same muscle, lateral head of gastrocnemius muscle. So, okay, so it will be forming the inferior lateral boundary. So four boundaries, and one more muscle in the inferior lateral side is plantaris muscle. Okay, so you can see here a plantaris muscle also. So plantaris muscle will be also in the section of inferior lateral boundary. Okay, plantaris. Okay, so this is the actually the boundary of your popliteal fossa. Okay, so this much is clear. Now next we will moving to the floor. Okay, floor, what is present beneath this fossa, what is forming the floor for this fossa. So I'll be writing here. Okay, for floor, I'm writing the points. Okay, first of all you can see the popliteal surface of femur, okay, which will be forming the floor. So first point is clear, popliteal surface of femur. Popliteal surface of femur will be forming the floor. Okay, second you can see the popliteal muscle will be present. Popliteal muscle will be forming the floor, which will be attaching to the popliteal surface of femur. Okay, and third you can see one ligament of knee joint, the posterior ligament. Posterior, this is oblique ligament of knee joint. I'm drawing that. Okay, I'm drawing that ligament here. You can see it is present like this. You can, with the green you can see like this. So this will be forming your floor, this oblique ligament. Okay, so this much is clear. And fourth one, you can see the capsule of knee joint. Capsule, or also you can see in this diagram, capsule of knee joint. Okay, so this is actually your capsule. This part is your capsule. This bony, this like structure, shape, this is your capsule here. So it will be also forming the floor. Okay, so this is your capsule. This is your capsule, and this is your oblique ligament. Okay, so roof. Now we are moving to the roof. What are the structures forming the roof of this popliteal fossa? Okay, so first you know that there will be skin just above this popliteal fossa. First structure is just common in everywhere, skin. Then you can see superficial fascia. In superficial fascia, you can see different ones, different nerves which are piercing this fascia. So first nerve is actually your posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. Okay. And second, you can see a vein also, small saphenous vein, which will be draining into the great saphenous vein. Okay. So it will also going piercing the superficial fascia. You can see in the roof of this popliteal fossa. So small saphenous vein. Okay. And you can see a peroneal communicating branch also. Peroneal communicating branch, which will be coming from the peroneal nerve, which is a division of your sciatic nerve. You can also see which is be piercing the superficial fascia. Okay, so there will be some short branches which is piercing the superficial fascia. And third will be your deep fascia. Okay, deep fascia. Okay, so this much is clear. Deep fascia, which will be continuing as your fascial artery of your leg also. Okay, which is a continuation of that fascial artery of leg. Okay, so this is the common point you will see everywhere in the section of roof. Okay, so this was your floor, and this was your roof in the section of your popliteal fossa, and these were your boundaries formed by the different muscles. Now let's move on to the contents of this popliteal fossa. Okay, so contents first of all. So contents, we'll be seeing the contents. So you know that the popliteal, that is femoral artery. So femoral artery, you know that pierces the adductor hiatus, and your adductor hiatus opens in the popliteal fossa. Okay, so this is actually your femoral artery, continuing as popliteal artery. So this you can see in the, so this is your popliteal artery. So it is the first artery which is in the section in the popliteal fossa. Okay, and popliteal vein, which will be draining blood from the lower limb and draining into the femoral vein, which is going in the adductor hiatus. So veins actually drain the blood, so we use the term tributaries, and in the section of your arteries we use the word branch, because the bloods, these arteries are giving the bloods to the different branches, but these veins are actually draining the blood from different organs and giving to the main vein. That is the main vein which is taking the blood to the heart. So we use the word tributaries here. So this is your popliteal vein. Okay, so which is present in the second content, which is your popliteal vein. Okay, so first is artery, second one is your popliteal vein, popliteal artery, popliteal vein. Okay, so I will mark it here. Okay, so this is your popliteal artery, and sorry, this red one is your popliteal artery, and this one is your popliteal vein. Okay, first content, second content. Third content is your nerve, the biggest nerve, which is coming from the posterior side or supplying the posterior side of your thigh. You know that there are three nerves. Anterior side femoral nerve is innervating the muscles. From medial side there is obturator nerve, and from the posterior side there is sciatic nerve. So sciatic nerves actually comes from the posterior side, and it divides in the popliteal fossa into two branches. That is, first is tibial nerve, which goes to the actually to the posterior aspect, and this is a common peroneal nerve, which goes in the anterior or anterolateral aspect. Okay, so these are the two divisions of your sciatic nerve. So this is your, what is this now? This is your sciatic nerve. Sciatic nerve divides into two branches. So there are two nerves, the content of the popliteal fossa. First one is common peroneal nerve, okay, and second one is your, this one is your tibial nerve, okay, tibial nerve. So this much is clear. So now we will be seeing the actual positions of these nerve in the different levels of this popliteal fossa. Which nerve is present medial, which nerve is present lateral. So this is your medial side and this is your lateral side, and which vessel is present deeper, okay, which vessel is present deeper, which is present on the surface of the popliteal fossa. Okay, so first we will see, we will be seeing in the section, upper section, in upper part you can see, first you can see artery. So there will be artery, then there will be your vein, and then there will be your nerve. Okay, so artery, vein and nerve. Okay, and now in the middle part, what happens is, in middle part you will see from the surface to deepest part. Okay, so middle part is on the basis of which is present deepest and which is present on the surface. So surface to deep. Okay, so first I will be writing the which is present on the surface. So first will be present nerve, then there will be your vein, and then there will be your artery. So this tibial nerve or tibial nerve is present actually on the surface, that is superficial. Okay, superficial. Then comes the vein, which is just a little bit deep to the nerve, and the most deepest is your artery, that is the popliteal artery. So first of all there is a tibial nerve, then comes the popliteal vein, then most deepest is your popliteal artery. So now will be on the superficial aspect, and this will be on the deep. Okay, and third, in the lower part, in this section you can see, in this part, lower part you can see, first is your nerve, then vein, then comes the artery. So it is little bit differ from the upper part, because these nerves actually cross here in the middle part. Okay, and because of which nerves come forward, and that is nerves comes in the medial aspect, then comes the vein, remains the same, veins remain in the middle, there's exchange in the popliteal, that is artery and the nerve. Okay, so this is actually a topographic image of these nerves in the section of popliteal fossa. Thank you. So this was actually your popliteal fossa. Take the photo. Okay, so these are the basic of popliteal fossa. You need to draw these diagrams in exams. Okay, so this is easy concept of your popliteal fossa. Thank you.